My name is Michael Davies. I am connecting from Germany. I'm in Berlin, and I'm connecting from here. And I'm an actor. I do music on the side. I write books for children. I am a children activist. I do a little bit of few things that put the artistry sector together. And I'm so glad to be here with Tiki-Taka talking to you.
Nice, nice. Yes, it's an honor to have you too. I just want to ask you this. How long have you been doing this? How long have you been an actor? Which one is first? Because you have to start from somewhere. So which one is first?
Yes, yeah. I actually started with music some years back, I think around 2012, that I discovered music in me. And then shortly later after that, I started to play at the theater in the city where I was living, Bremen City. And then I played at the theater for like 4 years, four and a half, 5 years. And then I caught the interest of a director from Hamburg who had read my story then. So they came to me and they asked me if they could make a documentary film of my story. And I said yes. And they followed me up my daily programs and my band, because then I was having a band. And we were playing strictly live music, and we were just playing in functions and live music in festivals and stuff like that. And so they had this documentary film I've done for their exams at the University of Hamburg. And then after that, they now started to recommend me to other productions, film productions. Like, so I had the chance to play with the first guy that I play with is the legend in Germany in film industry. And so I was opportune to play side by side with him in my first film. And the film now got to the cinema, and now, like, that was how I started film and image film acting, actually. And then I started to grow in the business, like, doing by learning, learning by doing. I was doing it, and I kept on my other things, like writing books for children and doing music. Music has been the basic foundation that had brought out all these artistry things in me as a person.
Wow, very interesting. It's a nice thing. You are writing a children's book also.
Yeah, I am writing children's book, and even at the moment I am writing film image film scripts. I am writing my own film now, and which is quite interesting, because I didn't know I would come this far, and so that is what music can do. Music can bring everything out of you, if you just happen to get that music part of your life. Music brings the rest, everything fit in.
Originally, where are you from?
So I am born in Sierra Leone. Originally, I'm a Nigerian. My parents moved to Sierra Leone, and so it's just these two countries, Sierra Leone, Nigeria. And so that's where I'm originally from. Yeah. And I have been in Germany for some years, and I discovered all this part of me in Germany. In Germany, we came then as refugees, and we had I was going through a program at that time, a rehabilitation program at that time. So due to all the things that I've been through back in Africa and all the war and all the stuff, so I had to go clean up myself somehow. And during this process, I discovered music. I discovered writing all these poems that I was writing then. I discovered that I could put them into lyrics, and so I started to put my poems and those write-ups that I had then. I started to put them into lyrics, and then I got some friends who trusted me. I had a friend of mine that I will never forget in my journey. Ike is his name, and Ike gave me. Ike supported me and brought out that good side of me in the music, the music scene. You know, then we were playing the same band, and then, you know, and so that was how I started, actually. So started putting songs together and trying to make meaning out of those connection of readings, of you know, make rhymes out of all the things, you know, you can. Yeah.
You mentioned you have a group. So you started with your group, or you started as solo artist?
I started with a band, and then I went further. After some time, my band, we now had a break, and so I now went. I actually two bands, and first band, second band, and then I went solo. And I now learned to play the guitar so that I could go solo and do my thing alone. And so I started to do my thing alone, play in concerts with my guitar and sing. And then I just concentrated on myself, and then I concentrated in the film acting. And then later on, I started to bring in the writing, the stories, because I just wanted to have a lot to do with children, because children means a lot to me. So I just decided I needed to give them something. I needed to give the children something. So I decided to write books, and I tried to make the book in a way that when the children will read it, they would listen to music in it. You know, so each book that I write, I try to put a song in it, every story. And so
interesting. Yeah. With your group, then do you guys have a single or anything out there?
No. Then we had an album. My first band was Upper Mission. We had an album then, and then I now had another band. We were called Michael Davies Group. Michael Davies Group had an album then also. But you know how it is, and as artists, you know, it's like a journey, you know. It's like you're just traveling, you know, and you're passing by some cities, you know, like, you know, you stop at the city, you stop, then you continue again, and you stop and you continue again. And then, but you remember that you stopped at one city, yeah? You stopped at the other city.
Exactly.
That is it with the journey of a musician, you know. I'm basically acting, you know, like that is my chase, you know. That's because that has been the thing that has really brought me out in Germany. Because in Germany, I have been playing music all the years, and nobody heard about it, you know. And so it is the acting that brought me really to the limelight, to the scene, to the audience. And I could really reach out to the audience that I really wanted to reach out with the music that I couldn't, you know. So I could reach out to the audience, to the German people, and I could say, here I am, and this is what I can do. This is what I can give to the public, and you know, and they decided to see it, you know. And so they started to learn, oh, he does music too. Yeah.
Nice. And shout out to your family. You mentioned you have a wife and kids. Shout out to them all the way from Tiki-Taka-show. We got love for them. All right.
Thank you.
That is doing a good work. That is doing a good work. Yes. So shout out to them. All right. Yes.
Thank you. I'll tell them.
So what are the difficulties you come across doing all this music, film, and all that? What are the difficulties, you know?
The difficulties are how to share your time, how to make sure your family get enough, your business get enough, and you as a person get enough of this same time that you have. You know, that's the biggest challenge that you go through, because sometimes you discover that you have to cancel some contracts, painfully cancel some contracts to please your family. You know, painfully, you know, you will take some contract and you displease. You know, you keep trying to please. You know, it's like everything is surrounded around you. You're in the middle, and you keep trying to, like, you know, every side. You know, make every side, and then while all this is going on, you want to establish yourself as a person. You want to now flourish as a person. You know, you want to flourish. You want to say, beside all this thing that is around me, this is what I can still give